What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy D. It's D's Daily DD, right? So today I'm recording live, right? While the market is open. So it's 1:43 right now in Arizona. We got about 15 minutes left, and I just got to show you guys what's going on with the chart here, right? So the market's still open. So as you can see, AMC is still trading. But in my opinion, guys, today is a victory, right? It's a big dub. You see a lot of green across the market, kind of a relief bounce, I would say. I mean, you see volume coming in, and there's a lot of stocks that ripped today, right? I think Snap ripped like 60% or something like that, right? Snapchat, and also AMC, right? So I want to point out some things here real quick with the chart that I really liked today. A lot of strength, right? So as you can see, we had this low of 1475 that it touched at one point, right? So I drew that, and you can kind of consider this a double bottom, right? So it touched twice and then it made it past it. This was today, right? As a 2-minute chart. So you can see there was a bull flag here that it broke out of, right? And it went up, and then it came back down, but it found support here, and it bounced, made its way back up too, okay? So found support here, was kind of trading sideways, and then it formed another bull flag here, okay? And right now it's at 15:59. We'll have to see where it closes. Like I said, there's like 15 minutes left. But there's a lot of things going on too, right? So on the sidelines, check this out. So the short interest right now is currently 21.25%, with an estimated 109 million shares that are on loan right now, right? Of the real ones, okay? So just keep that in mind that this is still rising, okay? This was earlier today. And then what's funny is that supposedly Ken Griffin has fled the country, right? They're tracking his plane. I mean, this is, again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice or anything like that. But I'm just showing you what is reported here, what's going on over here, right? So as you can see, you know, they're tracking his plane, right? I don't have any proof that's really his plane, but if you go on Twitter, right, there's multiple posts about this. Okay, guys, so what's really key right now, what is really sticking out to me, okay, is the whole thing with Gary Gensler yesterday, how he's saying the market is dark. A lot of orders are going to the dark pools, and especially with retail, right, how the orders are going to wholesale instead of the lit markets. And he's announcing, I think he's sending a message, guys. To me, this is just a confirmation after confirmation after confirmation that the squeeze is near, very near. It might be next week, I don't know, right? But what's exciting is that we saw a lot of green. We're up almost 5% today, right? So that's a confirmation. And then the whole thing with Gary Gensler. Why would he say on live TV that 90 to 95% of the retail orders are not getting routed, right? It's to me, it's because they already have everything in place, and now they're just sending the message that, hey, we're already on to you guys, okay? Talking about the short sellers and the manipulation and deception is another word, right, that I'm going to show you, because so this just hit stock and commodities. Okay, this hit today, guys. It's another crazy long article. I'm gonna dig into it. I already started, but it is like 60 pages on the PDF. Okay, but let's just read this real quick, guys, because it has to do with the way they lend the shares, right? So they're gonna change the reporting. They're gonna change the whole system, right, on how it's going down. So the SEC is reproposing a comment rule under the SEC Act of 1934 Exchange Act, which would be a new rule designed to prevent fraud, manipulation, and deception, okay, in connection with affecting transactions in or inducing or attempting to induce the purchase or sale of any security-based swap. The rule is designed specifically to take into account the unique features of a security-based swap and would explicitly reach misconduct in connection with ongoing payments and deliveries that typically occurred throughout the life of a security-based swap, right? That's when you're short selling, when whoever's like lending each other shares, right? Like over and over the same share. That's called naked shorting, right? When they don't have the actual underlying shares. And there's proof in the words down here too that's talking about that. You know, I'm pretty sure they found something, like with the investigations that the DOJ is doing and all that. I'm pretty sure they already found things, and they're just gonna start acting on it, okay? The commission is proposing a new rule in which it makes it unlawful for any officer, director, supervised person, or employee of a security-based swap dealer or major security-based swap participant, or any person acting under such person's direction, okay? to directly or indirectly take any action to coerce, manipulate, mislead, or fraudulently influence the security-based swap dealers and major security-based swap participants, chief compliance officer, in the performance of their duties under the federal securities laws and rules and thereunder. All right. So maybe that's why, maybe, right? Allegedly, I don't know. Maybe that's why Ken is fleeing the country, like everyone's saying, right? Okay, this is very important, guys. If you want to comment, the comment section is open until March 21st. All right. This is where you can electronically send it, or if you want to send an email, send it here. But you have to include everything else here, paper here, and then the file number. Okay, so you have to include that in the email. All right, guys. Let's just scroll down. Like I said, I'm gonna highlight this later. I'm gonna go through it this weekend. Okay, but this rule, of course, is to prevent fraud and manipulation and deception, right? Here's the breakdown, right, of everything. Let's go to the background, I believe, down here. Let's see. Yeah. So this is the rule that established the framework, right? But it was, from my research, it was like a long time ago. So I think they're finally making updates to it, okay? So this provides the commission with primary responsibility of regulatory security-based swaps. Where's the part? Let's see. Okay. Like I said, I just barely, started looking at this, but it is referring to the purchase and sale of the securities, right? And how they're reporting it, and how they're doing the multiple shares that they're lending over and over, okay? And now they're actually holding people responsible for the information, right, that they need to provide. Okay, here's the observation. In addition to the regulatory developments, there have been market developments in a number of press reports and academic articles since 2010 that have discussed manufactured credit events or other opportunistic strategies in the credit default swap market, okay? Manufactured or other opportunist CDS strategies can take a number of different forms, but generally involve CDS buyers or sellers taking steps with or without the participation of a company which securities underlie are referenced by a CDS to avoid, trigger, delay, accelerate, decrease, or increase payouts of the CDS. Some examples reported by academics and the press include a CDS buyer working with a reference entity to create an artificial, technical, or temporary failure to pay credit event in order to trigger a payment on a CDS to the buyer and to the determinant of the CDS seller. All right, so that's how they're manipulating AMC and all these highly shorted stocks, right? The proof is here from the government now, guys. The strategy above, as well as the other strategies, can be combined with causing the reference entity to issue a below market debt instrument in order to artificially increase the auction settlement price for the CDS by creating a new cheapest to deliver deliverable obligation. Endeavoring to influence the timing of a credit event in order to ensure a payment upon the triggering of CDS before expiration of a CDS, or a CDS seller takes similar actions to avoid obligations to pay by ensuring a credit event occurs after the expiration of the CDS, or taking actions to limit number and expand the number of kind of deliverable obligations in order to impact the recovery rate. Let's see, he's got obligations, for example. All right, let's see the proposals right here, right? So their general approach from 2010 proposed rule that it would prohibit the same categories of misconduct of Section 10B of the exchange and the Rule 10.5B thereunder. The Securities Act of 1993 in the context of security-based swaps, including misconduct in the connection with the exercise of any right or performance of the obligation of under a security-based swap, right? So there must be a lot of manipulation, right, that's going on with this in order for the government to step in and to start saying, hey, what's going on here? We need to know the real information, right? So yeah, I mean, it's crazy how much detail there is in here, right? It's a lot to go over. But yeah, it's talking about fraud, right? Manipulation and deception with the security lending program. All right, guys. So yeah, I'll touch on that on Monday. Okay. So let's switch over and see where we're at. So AMC right now is at 1544. Bitfarms too, guys, having a monster day because of Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin here is at 40,626 right now. is the daily chart. Okay, went down a little bit. 4533. Big pumps, right? Coming in. Oh, this is the 1 day. Let's see. Here we go. So it went from 38, earlier to now to 40.53. So it finally crossed that 40K that it's been struggling at. And that's definitely pushing bit farms too. So high volume on bit farms right now. It's at 382 and it's up 12%, guys. BBIG right now going strong into the close at 311 right now, right? Up 1.96%. And then you got Lucid too, 2755 up 2.2%. Okay, for the day. So everything's closing into strength, guys. The SPY too. Okay, yeah, this is Lucid. I got the 4 charts here. So okay, here we go. The SPY, right, kind of tricky, kind of dipped in the morning and whatnot, and then made its way back up and rallied into close. It looked like it's coming back down, but it did get above this VWAP, see? And what's this? BBIG, right? GameStop's up 2.52% right now. Going up. It's on a good uptrend. And then Bitfarms, like I said, just had a monster rally, right? Cool. So let's see. Let's go back to AMC. Oh, it's right back right here. Let's see if it can bounce off this level, right? I was watching Rico's video yesterday, and he was talking about, if we see some green today, we're going to have another confirmation, right? Again. So if we go to the daily chart here for AMC, this is what I really, really liked today, guys, was the fact that we bounced out of this, right, at one point, and then they faked us out. They shorted it more, brought it back to the top, right? And yesterday that was a doji candle, okay? And then what happened? Showing signs of a reversal that's bouncing off of this, okay? So hopefully we'll launch up this way this coming week, okay? And keep in mind, Gary Gensler said they're having a meeting next week to talk about PFOF, right? So payment for order flow. AMC's up 4.10% right now with very low volume, right? That's another sign of strength, guys. When you have the price going up, I really do believe the shorts are starting to get scared and they're going to start wrapping this up, right? They're running out of time because like I said, all the rules, guys, they're starting to hit here, okay? This is the Federal Register. And I believe this is when they start going into effect, right? Like this is what's making it an official change. Real quick, the options chain is just really good. Let's see if we can close above 1550 because let's see, we want this to close in the money, right? The 10, this is the calls, and then we want the puts. Let's see, where's 15 right here? There's 9,000 here. So the line right now that we're trying to protect, right, is 15. We got 4 minutes left. So if it can get above 1550, that would be even better, right? For the bulls, the apes. Excuse me. Yeah, so if you didn't watch that video on Bloomberg yesterday with Gary Gensler, I suggest you go watch it. It's not very long, which is good, but in my opinion, guys, he does touch on everything that we've been talking about. And like, I know it's all perspective on how you look at it, but I think they're starting to say, hey guys, we caught on, maybe retail was right after all. And now that you have the DOJ investigating, and then that crazy fire too, watch, there was some kind of fire that broke out and it was connected to TD Ameritrade, right? Because there was an open investigation, right? Yesterday they announced they were looking into like 60 firms or whatever, short selling, and it was an off-site document storage facility burns outside of Chicago. Again, it's just on Twitter. I don't know if it's 100% true, but as soon as the government starts speaking, you start to see all these things happen all at once, right? So 1543, guys. What's left? Okay, the Stonko tracker. We're looking good, right? We're sitting good right now that we're starting to get these into the money. We still have, right, a lot of options here and that a lot of volume. So 176,000 for the 18th. We got 3 more minutes just to close. And let's see what the people are saying here. And yeah, this was important too that I saw. So AMC is getting rid of the convertible bonds and replacing them with non-convertible bonds, which cannot be converted into shares. That's a huge news for the company's fundamentals. The shorts will be crushed by this news and panic. Yeah, guys, and we already know, we already got a hint that they're going to post a really good earnings report, right? AMC. So yeah, that's what we got to keep an eye on. So let's just touch on Lucid. Where's the chart right here? Okay. I really liked what I saw here because we're looking good again, right? We're finding support here. It's trying to figure out if it's gonna go up or down here next. But yesterday I was on the freeway and I actually saw for the first time a gold Lucid, right, on the freeway, and just a normal, just someone who bought one, and man, that thing was beautiful, man. It was amazing just to see that thing just cruising, right? And I love the body and I love the performance, and like it's just a really good product, I think, from everything that I've seen. And they're just a baby company, guys. Like I said, they're, in my opinion, they're gonna go into the hundreds of the share price, right? Like eventually, later on, I'm talking about like 2-3 years maybe. Okay, so yeah, just it likes to trade in this area. You see how it's hanging in there. It went down, but it didn't last very long. So now it's there. And like I said, it's up 2.36 for the day, right? Holy crap, BBIG's taking off here. It's at 317 with a nice big green candle. Let's check it out over here. I believe I have it right here. So down here, right? BBIG. There we go. Market's closed. Let's see what AMC closed at 1536. So we got the 15. We didn't get the 1550. But like I said, guys, that's all signs of strength, and I think that's all good for the bulls and the apes. All right, so yeah, that's all I really got to touch on, guys. What I really wanted to see was it close above 15, and today's a dub, right? I know there's a lot of AMC haters out there that don't understand the squeeze or why people are in it, but yeah, we got this. Okay, let's do it.